Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you're here. You'll notice there's a little bit of a different image on screen. My avatar has been glitching out a lot the last few times I've been trying to use it, so I'm just giving my avatar a break for the next little bit. And I'm hoping this will keep my system from glitching out so much if there isn't so much running. So we're going to test this out and see how it goes. Start shaking things up a little bit. So feel free to let me know what you think of it in the comments or not. That's fine too. Today's going to be a shorter one, and we're just simply going to bring something to mind that you find elevating, that you find joyful. Can be large, it can be small. Something that brings you joy that you have done, though. So not a wish, not something that you're projecting into the future or anything like that. Something that you've actually done. Reading, maybe you like puzzles, running, playing with your kids, playing with your pets, going to the zoo, whatever it is, right? But things that you actually engage in. Okay, so go ahead and bring that to mind. And you can have like a slideshow if you'd prefer, maybe a few things that you like to do. And it's fine if it's not something that you have a whole lot of time to do anymore. That's fine. The point here is to bring up what brings you joy. Okay. And once you've got it, just notice what takes place in your body. My shoulders instantly unclenched. I didn't even realize my shoulders were that tight or bunched up. So that was that was an interesting shift. So and it's okay if you notice multiple things happening. So for instance, my shoulders are relaxed, my body feels more grounded. I've noticed that I'm leaning forward a little bit. I kind of eased up and I was able to relax a little bit back into a more comfortable upright position without leaning forward. And as I continue to stay with what I find elevating, what I find joyful, there's a little bit of anxiety that comes up. Like I feel afraid to just feel joyful and elevated. That's okay. Please don't suppress that if you're having something similar. Just notice that that's arising because there's no way for us to actually heal from anything or grow from anything or learn if we're unaware, right? So this is a totality experience, and sometimes there is some anxiety that can rise up. There is some frustration, fear, that type of stuff. It's not all fluffy bunnies and rainbows or it's not always just joyful. That doesn't mean that the joy and relaxation isn't also present. It's the point here is to allow for both if both are arising. And also to just simply be with joyful elevation if you're not getting enough of that throughout your day. And then we'll just spend a couple more moments here. Okay, take a couple nice deep breaths here. And then we'll say Sat Nam. We can tune out longer if you would like, even though we didn't do a traditional tune in. I was gonna add a couple of other elements to this and just thought, you know what, enough. Let's just sit with being joyful. I'm noticing a lot of people talking about, well, okay. I'm hearing from different people that they don't feel like they can just simply be. They're noticing that they're not really bringing in a lot of joy. They're not really allowing, peace and ease to just flow freely. They feel like they're just going from one thing to to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. It's like a never-ending stream. And started thinking about how that's a lot of our reality. So I wanted to just sit with thinking about things and experiencing things that bring us joy and elevation, no matter how large or small they are. I adore reading. That's one of my favorite things. I love outdoor spaces. I like green spaces. I like being close to water, those types of things. So just sitting with those elements that we find soothing, that we find calming and elevating, joyous, as I already said, is important. Excuse me. And so I wanted to just dedicate it to that, to allow us to remind ourselves that this is also part of being alive. It's not just a constant perpetual go 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 go. That is also part of it. Balance, right, is very important for these different things. So I wanted to make sure that I just dedicated the space for this naked pause to being with that which elevates us, that which we find soothing and comforting and, joyous, because um some days it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of that going on. So I wanted to make sure we had another dedicated space for that. So I hope you appreciated the new change up with the on screen representation. I hope you found this naked pause helpful. I'm glad you were here, and I will, of course, see you next time.